to begin. The area has been mapped out in zones A, B, C, D, and E. The A and B are yet to be developed. For the lawbreakers, that offers itself for encroachment. They have mapped out virtually the whole area either for sale or already sold. The size of Area A alone is 140 acres. People believed to be from the township have turned the place into a free-for-all quarry. If not checked, they will soon expose the residential structures of the Irrigation Development Authority staff on site, as a few heavy rains could bring about erosion, putting the buildings at risk. At what point will they be stopped? Where will they stop if they are not stopped? The Ministry of Food and Agriculture says the time is now. Encroachment on the Ashaiman irrigation scheme has been categorized into 4 hotspots.
This area is the Zenu community end, where encroachment has been deep into the lakefront, the reservoir area of the lakefront. Then the second spot is the left bank shoulder of the dam wall, which extends into the small reservoir. So there's a lot of encroachment also in this area. Then the third spot is the uplands area of the lateral 4 to lateral 8A. This is the area which is heavily encroached upon. And then you can see buildings right into the catchment drain above the canal in this area. The fourth spot is this area below the Beni drain, extending into the Roman down area of the drainage floodplains.
This is the source of the Ashaiman irrigation project. The encroachment on the facility begins right here with buildings close to the lakefront. Their activities could silt up the dam, and the consequences could be disastrous. The rate at which refuse generated by the huge population here at Zenu is ending up in the dam is frightening. Only heaven knows how much of it is already in the dam, silting it up. As if that is not enough, construction is taking place around other parts of the dam daily. This is the sad end of the new boundary barbed wiring put in place in 1992 when the government was forced to release some of the encroached land to them. The place is now built up, and the government had no choice but to renegotiate with the chiefs to let them have what had been taken illegally. The 1992 redemarcation, in collaboration with the chiefs, also saw trees being planted in addition to the barbed wires as the new boundary. A reduced buffer zone between the forced neighbors and the canal was created to protect the project from human effluence and other degrading activities. Now, they are taking over that area too, felling the boundary trees with their characteristic impunity. They are also degrading the land, as some of them win sand from the area for the construction of their illegal houses. This one is only about 6 meters away from the workshop of the Irrigation Development Authority. Apparently emboldened, they are pushing closer and harder to the Irrigation Development Authority workshop. They have marked up the land close to it either for construction of houses or for sale. They are so comfortable in the environment that the Irrigation Development Authority shed for drying paddy has become a playground. This is the catchment drain. It collects excess water, preventing it from flowing into the canal. that has been encroached upon.
He is now diverting the catchment drain right into the canal. So the catchment drain is being redirected directly into the canal, which will even hasten the pollution and the siltation.
Sitting on the catchment drain, this and other buildings on the stretch have effectively disabled it. Farmers here are now beginning to feel the negative effects of the encroachment and are fighting back. This is a thriving tie and dye business. This is situated right on the portion of land close to the canal, and the chemicals generated here pose a serious threat to the crops. They seep through the soil, and some are picked up by the canal, carrying water from the dam to the farms. This weather station is important to the irrigation project in many ways. It facilitates the collection of basic weather and climatic data to monitor rainfall patterns used for planning purposes. The authorities were forced by encroachers to relocate closer to the canal 2 years ago, but the encroachers have brought it under pressure once more as buildings have sprung up around it.
It's supposed to facilitate the collection of basic weather and climatic data to monitor our rainfall pattern, our water resource, to actually assist in planning of cropping on the irrigation scheme. So with all these buildings springing up, it will affect the performance of this station, which will actually mean we will not be getting more accurate data for our calculations.
Along the same lane, the encroachers have upped their game. Knowing that what they are doing is unlawful, they do their best to hide the septic tanks that will carry their excreta.
They are digging one of the septic tanks, which will be actually hidden in some kind of building, so people will not see it.
Ashaiman has a new regent, Nianang Ajo I. He says he's only now discovering some of the anomalies.
Some of the land I don't have any idea. As I said, I was in the system when the old chief died, so I'm the new regent. So these are things that I'm seeing, and I'm planning how to tackle those problems.
The regent says much as he is unhappy with the encroachment, it is unfair for the stool not to derive any benefit from the project.
The irrigation is there for a shaman, but as custodians of the land, we are not being given an allocation. So section of the families felt that if this is our property, this is our land, why is it that we are not benefiting? When you go to Shanti region, some of the farmers, when they farm annually, they have to bring something to the stool. But since I was born, I've never experienced such things in Ashama before. So I think if all this aspect is being checked properly, we the families will protect land for the irrigation.
I think he's right in the sense that there is a Busan system where landlords and tenants share the cropping. But if that is what he wants, then he could have factored that in when negotiation was taking place for the acquisition of the land. Unfortunately for Wija, the regent, Ashaman, government has paid compensation on the land down which this irrigation project in Ashaman is sitting. That Ashaman land was taken away from TDC or TMA, TDC in those days. And TDC land acquired by Nkrumah in the 1960s had compensation paid for every landlord in the area. So the Ashaman region really doesn't have a case. But, I mean, for humanitarian reasons, if he wants a a bag of potato or something, or a bag of onions. The farmers who are